Good afternoon. This is Richard Coretto of Accounting Web. I'm at the Sleater Conference and I'm interviewing another one of the vendors here.
Hi, I'm Ed Castaño. I'm VP of Operations with BlueVine.com, and we help small businesses we basically help them free up their cash flow, and how we do that is we give them an advance on their invoices. So instead of having to wait 6 days to get paid on an invoice, we give them the money up front.
So essentially you're lending them this money.
Sort of. So we are a smarter, kinder, gentler alternative to factoring. So if you're familiar with factoring, essentially a small business sells their invoices to the factoring company. And we're smarter in that we're integrated with accounting software, QuickBooks, Xero, and FreshBooks. We're kinder in the sense that we don't force them into long-term contracts, we don't have any termination fees, and they can choose to factor the invoices that they want to. They don't have to factor every single invoice. And finally, we're kinder in that they don't have to update their clients and tell them they're working with a third party. When they're approved with us, they get set up with a PO box and a bank account, both in their business name. And what that means is that they can preserve their relationship with their customers instead of having a third party involved.
That's great. Now, do you work with accountants in this? I mean, accountants have to be in the loop because I assume most of these companies have CPAs they work with, and these CPAs have to know about this relationship.
Yeah, sure. So one of the reasons that we're here is because we value accountants as partners, and accountants as trusted advisors are in a very unique position, not only to help small businesses with needs, and it's every need from payroll to accounting to bookkeeping, but also they have financing needs. And I think what's a trend that I'm seeing is that accountants are recognizing that their clients confer more trust into them than they do on pretty much any other service provider. So I think there's an opportunity both to leverage that as a source of income for the accountants and also to the benefit of the clients.
That's great. Are there any kinds of trends you're seeing with these small businesses, in terms of like their cash flows and how things are changing?
Yeah, sure. Small businesses are getting a lot more savvy with regards to the options available to them. It used to be in the past that they would either have to basically fund their business with their own cash flow or go to a bank. And then there was the old standby of credit cards. Now, with a plethora of different options available to them, they're understanding that they're no longer just beholden to the banks. So 4 out of 5 small businesses are declined for a bank loan, and banks take, let's say, 4 to 6 weeks to apply. Now you have providers such as BlueVine that can give a response to a small business owner in 24 hours as far as approval for financing.
That's good. You mentioned small business. I've heard the term small business said here about 1,000 times.
Sure.
Give me an idea of what you think a small business is, either in terms of revenue or size or employees.
Yes. So I used to work for Intuit, and as Intuit defines us, there's about 24 million small businesses, and these are companies. So for instance, I think Bank of America defines us as any business with below $20 million in revenue. For us, in terms of who we're targeting, small businesses that we're targeting are really between $100,000 in revenue and around $2 to $3 million in revenue.
That's great. Now, are these all different kinds of businesses, or are there specific types that have a need of these services?
Sure. All small businesses have a need for money, and the kinds of small businesses that we specifically work with are B2B companies, right? So their customers are other businesses, and but it's across all industries, everything from construction to business services, cleaning services, marketing, PR, staffing services. But our focus is specifically B2B companies.
Great. Well, that's very interesting, and I wish you best of luck with it. Thank you.
Pleasure to be here.